Good morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Markets are sharply overnight lower in the grains because initially early calls were lower because of the maps agreeing that this week parts of South Dakota, eastern Nebraska, western Iowa, down into Missouri, into the Delta and the Southeast would see needed rains. Amounts could be as much as 1 to 2 inches of rains in the driest areas. We're also seeing a chance of rains in Western Europe, maybe not necessarily replenishing the soils and the rivers there, but it is a change in the pattern to the better. Selling escalated on talk that China now has announced that they will no longer import ag products from New Zealand and Australia. No one can find any reason as far as disease or some kind of problem. It just seems political. And so some people are feeling that, well, if China doesn't need Australian wheat and beef and New Zealand dairy, then maybe they don't need U.S. beans, or maybe they don't need meet the deal of the phase 2 of the trade deal. There was a surprise increase of China's interest rates, a drop of Chinese interest rates. Their retail sales, industrial output did not grow in July as much as people thought. Unemployment of the youth increased again, and there was also some concern about their COVID policy reducing demand domestically. So this weighed on crude oil and weighed on most commodities, and is offering some increased pressure into the grain room. We're still uncertain about how many beans China will buy. On Friday, USDA basically raised carryouts because of a little bit increase in production, but also a drop in export numbers. They did raise the crush. USDA did lower the 2023 corn carryout because of lower production and some information as far as higher feed usage numbers. But jury's still out as far as what kind of weather we're going to have and what kind of final yields we're going to have. But there'll be more and more crop tours around the Midwest giving us some yield estimates from the fields versus this first USDA August number. And in the wheat, a little bit lower wheat numbers because of maybe higher exports, but we'll just kind of watch and see how the global wheat trade pans out. With Russia, wheat prices still a discount to the world. It's just that they're not offering a lot of wheat past maybe 2 or 3 weeks because of a floating export tax and the uncertainty of their logistics. Ukraine is still shipping corn, which offers resistance to the corn market. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day. And remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.